Jackson Township Police.
Hi, yes, I need some help.
Okay, where are you at?
4924 Portage Street.
4924 Portage?
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on?
I can't find my daughter.
Okay, how old is she?
5. She just turned 5.
Okay, and you're at Ames?
Thanks, yeah. Thanks.
When's the last time you seen her?
This afternoon, probably.
Around what time?
3, maybe 4.
What? So you haven't seen her in 5 hours?
You saw her in 5?
Yeah, I'm like, so a 5-year-old, and you haven't seen a 5-year-old in 5 hours, and it's taking you this long to call? Like, that already sounds like you're a horrible parent. It's about 10 o'clock at night, and oh, you're now calling about a 5-year-old? I don't know.
Okay, and you haven't seen her in 5 hours?
About, yeah. I mean, she was there sleeping. I mean, you know.
Where was she sleeping at? In the restaurant?
Yeah. She was sleeping there, and I picked up my older daughter from school. We all saw her sleeping there. So, and, you know, we went to work, and, you know, we let her sleep. We got busy, and then after it got busy, you know, we started cleaning up, and then, you know, we opened the door, and she's not here.
Okay, so what's your name?
Liang Zhao.
Okay, do you have any videos or anything in there where you can see a video, see if she was laying there?
No. We don't have any security camera in there. It's just in the restaurant. We've been here for 6 years. We never had security cameras here.
Maybe she'll get into it, but I would just probably ask, like, okay, well, where was she sleeping in the restaurant? And how many doors are there? Is there an exit by that door? Or would she have to come out through the front of the restaurant where you would see her? As a parent, I just don't see how you couldn't check on a 5-year-old, but that's just me.
Okay.
So we saw her, like all of us, like my wife, myself, and my older daughter. When we came back, when I picked up my older daughter from school, we saw her there sleeping.
Was there any suspicious people that came in at all? Do you think she could have woke up and ran out somewhere?
I have no idea. I mean, she was sleeping in the back. It's kind of hard to say when she was...
None of your employees had seen her?
There's only 2 of us, just myself and my wife. There's nobody else in the restaurant. There's only 3 people in the restaurant.
When you guys left, who was there with you? Like, who was there with your daughter when you guys left to go get your other kids from school?
My wife. I go pick her up myself. My wife is here in the restaurant. But when we came back, she's here. Like, my wife is here. The restaurant's open. The restaurant's always open. I usually open up. I drop my daughter off. I'm sorry. I drop my daughter off at school in the morning, and then we come here to open up.
Well, right now, though, like, when you left, you said you, your wife, and your daughter left to go pick up your daughter from school?
No, I didn't say that. I said my wife is here all the time.
Okay, and your wife hasn't seen her either since around 4 or 5 o'clock?
Okay.
He changed his story. He said he dropped his daughter off, and then he opens up the restaurant. And then he said, no, I picked my daughter up, and then we opened the restaurant. So it's kind of like, well, that's a drastic difference of time. School's usually at 8 and pickup's at 3. So which is it?
Okay, when we picked... I'm sorry. When I meant was myself, okay? When I went to pick up my daughter, when we came back, myself and my daughter, not my wife. My wife was here the whole time. When we came back...
So your wife hasn't seen her since around the 4 or 5 o'clock either?
Yes. She says she's not sure before we got busy. Usually we get these around 4 or 5 o'clock. That's the best time we can, you know, like...
That's right. What's your daughter's name?
Ashley.
Okay. All right, my officer's outside if you want to go and meet my officer at the door, okay?
He's here right now?
Yeah, he's already outside.
In the front or the back?
He should be in the front.
Okay, all right.
I mean, it sounds a little suspicious to me. The mom didn't sound frantic, which usually us moms are kind of a hot mess. The dad didn't seem too worried, just kind of like, well, we can't find her, so we're calling you, kind of like nonchalant.
In reality, later investigations revealed that the 5-year-old was dead before the parents called the police. The child's mother, Mingming Chen, had punched the little girl in the head. Zhao then did CPR on Ashley, but they hit her body in the restaurant's walls when they realized she was dead. Although Zhao did not inflict any of Ashley's injuries, he was sentenced to 12 years imprisonment, with the judge saying he failed the child. Chen was sentenced to 22 years in prison after pleading guilty to involuntary manslaughter, amongst other charges.
Yeah, I've been on the phone when somebody's confessed to doing something horrendous, to a kid, and they're just so nonchalant about it. It really like lights a fire in you, and to be able to sit with them, and they really don't get into it too much on the movies about how you have to talk to these people to gain their trust, but you have to keep a level of professionalism, and it sucks. And just to know, not only did these two do something to their kid, they tried to hide it. There's a lot of evil people in our world, and unfortunately children are victimized a lot.
Sheriff's office, can I help you?
Yeah, who is this, Denby? Who is this?
Oh, Denby, this is Joy.
Hey, you know what? It's flight at 14900 Cowley Road.
They got a fight?
Almost a beat. Yeah.
A beat?
Yeah, I killed her.
You killed her?
Yeah.
Who did you kill?
Send somebody. 14900 Cowley.
Wow. She heard him. She heard what he said, but it's kind of that disbelief, like, we don't normally get calls like that, so it's like, what? Yeah, I can imagine her shock just hearing it over the phone. Sometimes those things just kind of catch you off guard.
Who did you kill, Denby?
My wife.
What's her name?
Her name is Holly.
Who else is there with you, Denby?
Just me and my dog. Just take good care of my dog.
Okay, stay on 19 with me, okay? Don't hang up.
You never know. He did say, but maybe she's still alive. You don't know for sure or not. Since he is confessing to all of that, you do want to try to keep him on the phone as long as possible so that the units can get there and take him into custody.
Denby?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you use, sweetie? What kind of weapon?
I wouldn't have used that terminology. I do that a lot with kids. I'll say honey or sweetie or whatever. Maybe there's something more to it with her, but yeah, I wouldn't call him sweetie.
Okay. Nice.
Where's the knife at now?
I think it's out in the backyard next to the body.
All right, I'm glad you called me, and we're gonna get you some help, and we're gonna do this together, and I'm not mad at you. Like, we're just gonna work through this. So maybe that's the angle she was thinking, and just decided to take it down to that type of notch so he doesn't feel like he's being investigated or something like that, where she's like condescending or giving him attitude or that kind of thing.
I don't have nothing. I'm not dangerous. I just couldn't deal with her anymore. I'm waiting for him in the kitchen.
If I put you on hold, will you not hang up? Will you stay there, okay?
Oh yeah, I'm not armed. I have no weapons on me.
Okay, don't hang up. I'm gonna get it. I still have you an ambulance out there, okay? Don't hang up, Denby. Okay.
So even though he's saying he's not armed, like, he's telling you where the murder weapon is, right? In the backyard. And he's telling you his location, but it's in the kitchen. So what's in the kitchen, though? A ton of knives.
911, how can I help you?
Hey, 911, I need an ambulance at 14900 Cowley. I had a guy in line says he just his wife.
Okay, 14900 Cowley Road.
He's in the house. I have ambulance en route.
Where you have?
No, I have squad. It's actually, sorry, it's one of our COs. I know him personally.
A correctional officer? So that would explain then why she said honey, because she knows him. And that would explain why all of a sudden now her heart rate's up and her breathing is really heavy, because obviously she's now processing that she actually knows this person who killed his wife, and now she's having to talk him through that now on a personal level and trying to stay calm and keep her dispatch hat on and not her friend hat or whatever coworker hat relationship that she has with him. While she's telling the paramedics this, it's her actually telling them so that she can process what she just heard and what she's going through.
He's saying his wife's in the backyard and he beat her.
Okay.
The knife's in the backyard. Definitely want to stand by till my units get there, okay?
Okay, we'll tell them.
All I know is her name's Holly. I don't know how old she is.
Okay, all right, we'll dispatch
Okay.
the ambulance.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Denby, you still there?
Yeah.
You don't have any guns, do you?
Not on me. No, they're locked up. I'm not armed. I'm not dangerous.
They're all locked up.
Yeah, this makes the situation a lot more tense too, because now they know he's law enforcement, so he has some type of training, right? And he's saying he's not a threat, and we have had people that are like, no, I did what I did, I'm done, I'm just gonna sit outside and wait for you. But you just never know either, because you have those people that call and then they ambush the officer. So Now they're going to a murder scene. They know that there's a knife in the backyard. He's in the kitchen where there are knives. Now they know that there are guns in the house, and he's one of their co-workers. So it just ups the whole level of intensity all around.
Denby, you don't have any guns or anything on you, right? Everything's locked up. You don't have access.
So what's up, bro? I'm not armed. I'm not taking
I have to still ask those same questions, okay? Are you sitting down? Are you standing up? What's going on? Hello? Hello? Denby?
During the subsequent investigation, which included the interpretation of multiple vague Facebook posts Denby made regarding his wife, the motive behind the slaying was discovered. A picture was painted of a rare situation where the husband was an alleged victim of domestic abuse at the hands of his wife. Denby, who was an active United States Army reservist in addition to being a corrections officer, maintained throughout his trial and subsequent appeals that he was in fact both physically and verbally abused by his wife and could not take it anymore. He simply snapped. Despite this fact, the judge in his trial found William Denby guilty of 2 counts of murder.
I'm sure then, because of the court case comments that were made, I'm sure the coworkers knew too that he had a military background also, which kind of ups the ante with training and shooting and all of that stuff. So I'm sure their anxiety was through the roof, and their adrenaline rush was definitely going. But she handled it really well. I mean, I thank God I haven't had to have anything like that where it was a friend or a coworker calling something in like that, or family member. But yeah, that's a really unfortunate call, and whether that happened or not, I'm glad they found him guilty and put him away, regardless of why he did what he did. Yeah, you just never know. You just never know. That's one of the perks of law enforcement, is no day's ever the same. It's always something different. You never know what you're gonna get, and it could be a silly thing, a crazy thing, or like a very traumatic thing. You just never know. I guess to reiterate, you can get any type of call. It could start off relatively small and simple as like a missing juvenile, and it can go all the way to the parents committing the crime or the husband committing the crime and being very nonchalant about it. You know, we deal with tons of different types of people, tons of different personalities and cultures and age groups. They're all to be treated with respect and with a level of professionalism and get the help that they need, even if they are the criminals, even if they are mentally unstable. They deserve help. If they're calling you for help in any manner, they deserve help. And so the faster we get the information from you, the faster you can get off the phone, and the faster we'll get there.